I want to poop the snooze. Stop watching.
Alrighty, hello everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's weeks are off to a good start. Drifty and for first. Hey there, Moth and Jay and Ica and Notewood and Thea distracted by dresses. How's everybody doing? Hope the rest of your weekend went well. I did think about streaming Tarkov yesterday, but it's a good thing that I didn't because the game was like super unstable for most of the day. We couldn't even like play really until like 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock. It was sad times, but maybe another time. Hopefully it'll just keep getting more like better connection now that we're further post-release days. But for now, let's actually try to finish the second column tonight. It's been such a Monday. We made it through it. Tomorrow I have to start work early because I got an unexpected phone call asking if I could pick up my cousin's baby from daycare tomorrow. So, in order to do that, I gotta start work early so I can get out in time to get there. Laid down around 11 a.m., slept most of the day. Nice. Legs went to bed at like 5:30 and is still in bed. 5:30 a.m. and it's still in bed now. Hey there, Crow. How's it going? Babysitting tomorrow just for a little bit. I guess my cousin's doing like CRNA training, CNA training, something like that, and so she'll be busy, and my aunt has to take my grandpa up to a doctor's appointment. He just had his pacemaker replaced a few weeks back, so he's got to go up for a follow-up appointment, and so she won't make it back in time to pick up baby from daycare, and I'm the only other person available or around. I just have to pick her up and have her until my aunt gets back in town. Not a frequent thing, so not bad. No. My aunt is actually doing a different job now, so she doesn't work on Saturdays, so that's why I haven't heard anything the last couple months about Saturdays. Just fine. The baby is almost 8 months old now. I haven't seen her a couple months. Coming up on a year. The year will be in March, but yeah. Sure. We'll have a whole group of different mannerisms when I see her tomorrow. What am I? Put it in the wrong spot. Okay. Thanks for that follow. Welcome aboard. How's it going? Yeah, I didn't stitch yesterday because I got... Well, we really wanted to play Tarkov and we tried to connect for like 40 minutes and it just was not having it. The servers were so down. So we gave up and then waited around for a while and then we went grocery shopping. Hey there, Lavish. Welcome on in. Thanks for that follow. We work so far. What an ambitious project. Thank you. You like the square around the current area? I can show you the overall of this section as well if you'd like to see it. This was at the end of stream on Saturday, and that's where this section is. We're in our third fabric section out of 4. Start at color 26. Nice. Are you a crafter of any sort, Lavish? 26 out of 35? Nice. Getting there. And this goes here. There. Crochet started last year, but love amigurumi. Very nice. Okay. Obsessed with this piece. Thanks for showing the entire again. That was amazing. Hey there, Sarah. Welcome on in. Thank you for that follow. If you'd like to see the rest of it, I can show that as well. These are the top two sections. So we finished the second fabric section at the end of July. So we've been working on this third section since the beginning of August. We are a little ways over 3 years into the project. But yeah, this isn't a digital recreation. This is stitches. The photo of our stitches. So we're down here. And then we'll have one more stretch of fabric to go. It'll be slightly less rows. But yeah, still a couple more years to go probably. Welcome in. Are you also a crafter of any sort? Serotonin syndrome. It's a nice name. Like it. Thank you. Oh no. Knit and crochet, mainly knitting at this point, but I want to dive feet first into cross stitch so badly. Do it. Why not? If you're like on the fence about doing a counted pattern, like you're a little bit iffy about the counting aspect, there's pre-gridded fabric that is helpful, or there's stamped kits. I've got a couple of referral links down below stream to a couple of different companies that do stamped kits. You want to check those out. We're always enabling here, so big fan. If you do exclamation fairy, it'll give you the link in chat. Exclamation 5 stitch will give you that link in chat. Both sites are discount code SASACAST for 5% off, but they will give you a 10% off first time buy discount, so use that first. Just any other time my code is available. Yeah, I get 15% commission through the referral link. It's pretty nice, but yeah, there's the disclaimers. If you're interested in looking at stamped kits anyway. If you want to do a counted, don't let me stop you. Definitely know I have 500 other crafts I've started. You know what? You gotta do what makes the brain happy. You just gotta follow the happiness. Your username suggests that you understand that. I don't need to do another this right now. But yeah, if you do start, we are here to answer any questions that you may have pop up along the way. Enabling and supporting. Hey there, Binge. How's it going? I do suggest starting small. Him indeed of the neurospicy variety. A lot of us are here. We all tend to flock together. Don't dive headfirst into hate. Don't dive into one like this Cass is doing, or you'll be discouraged early on. Not bad, just chilling late hours this side of the pond. Gotcha. Yeah. Most of you are? You're excluding yourself, Jay? Lavish is my partner. Maybe I'll see if I can enable them too. Heck yes. Then you can support each other. Isla would agree. What? That's not where this goes. Where do you belong? Did I already fill you in? No, you're up here. Alright. I've been thinking on getting a Lowry stand as a treat. The small hoop stand is a bit restrictive for my bare paws. Do it to it. Lowry and I still aren't like best friends, but we do okay. They really are a lifetime thing, right? Yeah, I mean, they're made with sturdy metal, so as long as you get some like oil to keep up that like maintenance aspect, they typically sell like little maintenance kits which have the wax or whatever, so you can just grease the screw on it. They should last for one long time. But I don't stitch. Oh, that's not even what we were talking about. We were talking about being neurodivergent. Used to sew. My grandmother taught me. This might actually be super fun for me. Could be. Luna's being a pest every time I pick my frame up. Oh. Yeah, Binge, I can show you mine real fast. Well, not real fast, but I can show it. I got this one. It's not my favorite color, you know, I don't like yellow that much, but it was on sale because it's like got some cosmetic flaws, so they were like, you know what, we're just gonna discount it like $50 because the paint's chipped, and I was like, sold, I'll take it. Right now it's got the extended bar in it, so like this bar is longer than the standard bar by a bit. Let me get a regular one. This is the standard bar it comes with. This is the same, but this part is much longer. So there's that. So like if you're sitting in a spot where like this doesn't reach very well, this is where that comes in handy. The corner clamp for like Q-snaps. I do have the extendy arm thingy-mabobber for holding scroll frames. It obviously gets a lot of use. It's definitely not caked in cat hair. I'm sitting over there. This just slides like up and down, and then these hold around the scrolls. It's okay. And then the actual like clampy part took some getting used to. A lot of times I always turn the screw the wrong way. I leave this part up, so this is more flush with the bottom of my hoop, and my hand doesn't like hit this or like get annoyed by this. It depends on which side I'm stitching on, honestly. If I've got this on the left side of the hoop or the right side. And that just goes on there. And then the stand, whatever, has different height settings that control, you know, how high this will go up or down. I also put a 10-pound weight on the base so that it is less tippy, because my floors are a little uneven, and yeah, I just like it to sit still. So is that such a fun tour? This just sits in here, and then this releases so you can rotate it 360 however you feel like, and you just tighten it back up and it sits still. That's Lowry. That's also why I use the weight, because I like to have my stand a different direction than my bar is facing, and it gets more tipsy when you do that. Also pretty narrow spicy. Could call it cross stimming. Use my magnifier, that's an added extra, it's true. There's like a couple extra accessories I don't have that like people use to attach onto it to do like magnifiers, or there's like a magnetic paper holding board, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a quick tour of Lowry stand. I know lots of stitchers on here use them, but like you never actually get to see the full thing because it's just kind of off screen. So if I'm going full coverage, like, but learning and comfort. And it's that time of year when people want to get you things. I know for a fact I would enjoy stitching more if I was going. Oh, for sure. The comfort factor is huge. I would say it's one of the most important factors. That's why I've gone through so many stands, just trying to get one that just feels right. Welcome back, Notewood. How's it going? Alright, we only had one stitch of that. Currently I'm using a table stand from Fairy Cross Stitch. It took a little bit of getting used to. I don't know if we're going to be able to use it for the entirety of the fabric section, but for now it's working out. Hand cramps with just the Q-snap and the desk frame, although good is awful for if I wanted to stitch and chat online. Yeah. You know, like more affordable stand, I swear by my LBC Apostle Lock. I feel like I know what that one is. Oh, yeah. I have one kind of similar to that. But I just don't like the bottom of it. I couldn't sit at my desk with it and stitch the way I wanted to. Oh, 382. Yeah. The slider on the top part of that does look nicer than the one that I have. That's that style. Making baked potatoes, starting to smell them. Nice. I made some salmon for Kiddo for the first time, but he said it was okay, but he only ate like a bit of one of the fillets, and then he said his stomach was hurting, so yeah. It's a good thing I had made a backup mac and cheese. It is the part where my frame is clipped, can be rotated for hoops. Butter and salt. Perfect. Mac and cheese is way better. Stitches helper for scroll frames. How to say you don't have a cat without saying the thread hanging behind Taika's frame. That's what I always say. I say I'd probably lean more into floss drops, especially for blended projects if I didn't have cats. Am I weird for wanting sour cream in your baked potatoes? No, plenty of people like sour cream on their baked potatoes. I'm just not a huge sour cream fan. I usually put cream cheese in my mashed potatoes when I make them instead of sour cream. Do you like loaded potatoes, but too much work when I have salted butterballs? Never tried that. Sounds delicious. Yeah, when I'm just making mashed potatoes from scratch, not just throw in milk and cream cheese and butter and salt. Cream cheese keeps it a little bit creamier, especially for reheating. And it doesn't taste like cream cheese really at all. But loaded only in that I like cheese and bacon. Still no sour cream, no chives. I work for you, miss it, stupid knee. When is your MRI? Or your MRT, I guess you call it over there. This Thursday, okay. Son has his first knee next Tuesday. That's just to get the cause. So I have to go back to the orthopedic surgeon for treatment, right? Nice, you know, you got some extra time for crafting and reading and relaxing. Yeah, definitely needed to get that verified. I wonder what they'll do instead if they are an issue. Done so much stitching. That's good. So 1k stitches left till 10%. Very nice. Next dragon is starting, so lots of confetti. Do be like that. Contemplating, should I do dragon or continue background? We'll have loads of parked threads. Keep putting off bringing the bins down to the road because I'm freezing. Hey cat. I thought you had maybe gone to bed. It's supposed to get down to 20 tonight. Or under like a cold advisory. It was pretty chilly out today. It only got up to like 35. On a onesie. Hey Nastasha, how's it going? Drink some hot chocolate. Get all nice and wrapped up cozy. Well, after I bring the bins out. Well, faster you do it, the faster it's cozy time. Alright, where was that one stitch I was missing? Should have taken note of it again when I found it. Was it over here? Was it you? Or was it you? You. Okay. How did I miss that? Whatever. Let's put it in now. Can't believe we're already halfway through November. I know. So honestly, we can just fast forward to like March and that's fine. I don't want any part of winter this year. They keep saying that it's gonna be terrible here, and I'm not here for it. It's Selgor. It's like an alien bug. I don't know. A bug in a sleeping bag or a straight jacket. I find myself being significantly more intolerant of the cold as I get older. I haven't never been a huge fan of snow, and I live in a snowy climate, unfortunately. Have my whole life. I'm just stuck here, so I deal with it, but it's mostly bad for me because I have really bad driving anxiety all the time, and snow just ramps that up, and I'm effectively like stuck in the house all winter these days because I'm like so wound up about driving in snow now. I'm gonna drag the Christmas box out tonight. More intolerant of the heat yourself. There's now that I'm older, driving in snow, night blindness is poop, no markings on roads, same, etc. Oh shit, I can't see at night for anything. Stigmatism hits too hard. You got snow in your face, absolutely not. I don't like night driving, or I won't night drive if I don't have to. Also, hey Dilly, how's it going? Hot, cold, just intolerant of everything. Night blind with a picture book astigmatism. Hey Kai, how you doing? You quit your job last week because of the drive, among other things? Oh, I see. Was it a far drive for you? Astigmatism hits so hard at night. It's awful. And with all these terrible bright ass LED headlights, no thank you. Tired but good. My little car doesn't stand a chance against those bright friggin' lights on big trucks. The LEDs are crazy. Somebody needs to set a limit because it's out of hand. shop was 5 minutes up the road. Business didn't renew the lease on that building though, so they relocated us up in the city proper over 30 minutes away in downtown Cleveland. Ew, gross. Oh, that's totally valid. Did you get out of there? I like your little VTuber thingy you're working on. A little avatar guy. PNG Doomer. Is that what it is? It's a pretty good likeness as well. Resemblance. I see it. You're gonna see the birth of the hashtag OKDoomer. There's plenty to doom about, so. I think it's time for the brats to go inside now. Getting done. I think this is. I don't know. I think there's a tower or something over here at the edge of this building. Just a small one. Just, you know, traveling away as I do, following the thread. Did get the tusk part done in our active column though, finally. Waiting for my youngest to come in and see how much longer on the taters. Maybe an hour and a half. Oh, is that 4? It's now 5:40. I did end up getting a little boneless turkey roast to make for Thanksgiving, so I don't have to deal with a whole freaking turkey. It was definitely more expensive than I would have liked it to be, but oh well. I just didn't get any beef this week because it's nearly $7 a pound. And I was like, no. I swear he has food radar. I didn't even say anything when I put them in, and I kid you not, 5 minutes after I went back to my room, sat down, here he came. Ugh, kiddo did that to me last night. Legs and I were playing Tarkov, or we were about to play Tarkov, and I mentioned how I hadn't eaten yet. I got both of them fed already in the day, but I hadn't eaten. And but I didn't know what I wanted, and as soon as I stopped with that conversation, Kiddo called me and asked me what was for dinner. I was like, I really just manifested that, didn't I? Lurkity lurk lurk, have fun. So I made some spaghetti and garlic bread. And then we finally got to play. We only made it through like 3 raids, though, maybe 4. I was sitting there eating a tuna sandwich. Spaghetti and garlic bread is a top tier meal. It really is. I eat spaghetti so often, it's like my default meal. If I don't know what to eat, I just make spaghetti. I love a tuna sandwich. Realized when I got up, the only thing I'd eaten all day was the rest of my oldest groovy fries from Sonic. I've been really bad about feeding myself lately again. I ate chili for lunch, dinner, and it was so yummy. Nice. What's that, 8 a.m.? Today I had cottage cheese. I usually have cottage cheese for breakfast. And then what? I had mac and cheese for dinner. Did I eat anything in the middle of the day? I don't think I did. Waiting for the temperature to drop like 10 degrees for some good chilly weather. Only reason I had tuna was to get it out of the fridge, need room for leftovers next week. Ugh. I took containers out of the fridge yesterday when we got back from grocery shopping, but I still need to empty them out. Can't just throw them away like I used to when I didn't want to deal with them, because I have glass containers now. They actually clean properly. And I would feel bad throwing them away. To be real clear, I have 0 normal or healthy eating habits. Zero judgment. Turkey, kielbasa, beans, peppers, 64 degrees here in Southern Cali. Been raining the last few days. Chilly weather if I ever saw it. Nice. My biggest thing with chili is that I've never been a fan of the beans in it. I'm really trying to get, like, to convince myself that I can be okay with eating beans. I'm really trying. I've been starting with lentils because they seemed like the first baby step into the bean family, and those have been going okay. I haven't made a ton of them. Most of my friends don't like beans. It's mostly like a texture thing for me, so I'm trying to like come up with ways that I can work around that, like change the texture of them, because I know they're like pretty versatile, and I'm learning that they're basically just sponges for flavor, so they'll change their taste however you want them to. But I did finally get an immersion blender and a veggie chopper. So hopefully I can keep going on my actually cooking and making stuff kick. Instead of giving up like I always do. Immersion blender is like my favorite kitchen tool. I also would really love to get an actual like decent blender or food processor, but those will have to wait. It's cold out there. I wish my body wouldn't hate me for loving dairy. Yeah. Not a tomato person, and it's because of the texture, but I love tomato sauce, so I love to blend things. Same. I like tomato in things. I like tomato sauce. I love ketchup, but raw tomatoes or like chunks of tomato, no. That was so long ago that you said there you go. Cat's just off on an adventure. Taking the trash out. I need to make more apple crisp probably tomorrow. I also need to make more banana bread. I also need to make more regular bread. Hopefully that'll go better on my second attempt. It was still really tasty, the first 2 loaves, but could be better. I did get frozen dinner rolls though for Thanksgiving because I don't trust myself to pull them off yet. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in myself. Y'all know that. So I'm trying. But Legs was also like, you're gonna be cooking so many other things. Like, you're gonna entirely overly stress yourself out if you're also worried about these. Had to get the last of the cardboard together, and then I tried taking it all out at once, kept dropping things. Apple crisp, yum. Yeah, I made it for the first time last week, and it was gone within like 3 days. It was so tasty. It's one of my new favorite things that I've ever made.
You do need another drink.
I had a thought to check the schedule again, just making sure they didn't decide to put me on Wednesday. To hydrate. It's been an hour. I might also make some more no-bake cookies. Like I said, the apple crisp was maybe a little bit too sweet for him. But then he said he ate it after he ate the last 3 slices of banana bread. So that could have played a factor. I was like, I think that played a factor. Cookies. And then I will bake sugar cookies on Wednesday. Oh yeah, I shouldn't make no bakes. I got stuff to make snickerdoodles. That's right. That's what I need to make instead. I was gonna say failed successful. Alright, are we here? Ow. Off to check taters, potatoes. I haven't watched the 4th episode of Welcome to Derry yet. Honestly, kind of forgot about it last night. I don't think I'm ever really gonna watch them on Sundays, though. I don't have any other shows to watch this week because everything's back on hiatus again. Wednesday for you? No, that's not true. I guess Murder in a Small Town isn't doing a hiatus, so that'll be on tomorrow night. But all the other shows, or the other 3 shows I watch, are all on hiatus. I'm unsure. I mean, you have been watching them before I get to it, so a little surprised. Alright. Da, 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 da. Oop. Next. The 300. Yeah. I don't know. You said Wednesday. I'm like, you've been like coming to Monday streams saying your opinions about so I figured it was releasing on Saturday, Sunday for you. Releases at 9 p.m. on Sundays here. That's not the needle threader. Got things mixed up. You were just so annoyed with last week's episode. You were like, meh. It's just gotta come out later. Alright, we're starting going from the bottom up. So that we can path the next column better. Ish. Did I move this when I was... I think I did when I was getting my stuff back there. Sorry about that. love the texture of stitch crosses against fabric. Nice. Thank you so much for that raid. Play in the mud. How's it going?
I want to poop the snooze, I want it.
Hope you've been doing well. Welcome on in, Raiders. For those that don't know me, hi, I'm Cass. I'm the Lord of the Rings Stitcher here on Twitch. We are working on Return of the King as usual. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all's weeks are off to a good start. Nice boop. Where am I? Triple cross that? I think so. Or did I? Can't tell. Yeah, I think I did. Alrighty. Hey there, Play in the Mud. How's it going? Thanks for bringing everyone on over. What were you up to today? Glazing. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I get to finish out these gaps here. Ugh, my headphones have been such a pain the last couple of days. Just keep disconnecting or being crackly. Gotta turn the kilns on so it'll warm up in here, right? That's gotta be pretty handy when it's cold out. Not as much when it's hot out. Come on, corner. There we go. Okay. Now we go here. I'll leave the next column alone.
I want to poop the snooze, I want it.
Should not have straightened that leg. Ouch. Don't do that. Hey, Sandy, how's it going? Good poop. Just had to see. In 5 days. It's like the double edge of, is it still hurting because the ligament's actually torn, or is it hurting because you've kept it curled up for 5 days? Like, it's probably, the former, but bodies can be so annoying. I've had bruises for weeks. Time thing, it can get tricky. Yeah. Ooh, that's a sneaky stitch. There. Not gonna have enough thread to finish this column, huh? Ooh, Tubi has 13 ghosts and Ghost Ship now. I just saw yesterday. Oh boy. It's just funny that we were talking about both of them the other day. And there they are. 2B's regional and inaccessible in Germany. Bummer. So close. Tubi's what, a website? Yeah. They have an app as well? At least they have an app on PlayStation. I don't know about mobile. I've never looked. Alright, what's next? One stitch of 3777. Oh yeah, there's so many strands on this bobbin. Good grief. Give me this one. That's the one. That's why I like drops. Can see the lengths of your thread. Just like bobbins aesthetically more, but they can be tedious sometimes. And as previously discussed, cats and floss, even though they're pretty good at leaving me alone, I don't think they could resist dangling threads. Karen Stitch has drop-ins. Those are very appealing. Pricey though. Don't need any harvest right before the holidays with weird as 8th thread. like the idea of Adam Hart cross stitches floss drops because she has them in a few different shapes, but like has them so there's separate holes for like the full lengths and then the shorter lengths, and then you can also wind them up into a bobbin and put them away. Dang, Sandy, look at you go. Getting that eyeball filled in. Looks good. I get a 3D printer to make my own. I feel like 3D printers are so much work. Like 20 or 30 different colors. Ding. I have the I have a like a sample kit from Adam Hart Cross Stitch, but I don't know where. I don't know where my where they are. I think they're upstairs. I can't put it in there now. Bam. Adam Hart Cross Stitch. I don't know if she ships internationally, actually, now that I think about it. But she's got just a few different styles, like floss drops and regular bobbins too, but and one specifically for blends. Samples were nice quality though. $38 for 100 packs, not bad. $218 for 400, including shipping. Is that cheaper than Hero and Stitch? I feel like Hero and Stitch is so pricey, but I haven't looked at their prices in quite some time. Shipping's $66. Ouch. Hey there, Samu. Welcome on in. So insane to see all of it. Thanks. How's it going? Are you a crafter of any sort? Welcome on in. H&S is like $300 for 500. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, obviously, their little tag where you put the the actual label instead of having to write anything or put a sticker on or whatever is appealing for sure. I know I think Cat uses their bobbins as well, but it depends on how many you need and how often you need more. Do crochet, constantly eyeing cross stitch, but I have way too many projects ongoing. You know, see, cross stitch, it's not going to take up that much room. You could just get something small to start with and then just, you know, pick away at it. It's fine. Totally just blend right in. It'll fit right in. Exactly. Thread. Just a tiny little bobbin. It's nothing. Stay clear. I'm not into the variegated threads or glitters. Thanks for that follow. Welcome aboard. Thanks for enabling you. You're welcome. Anytime. The more fiber arts, the merrier. I've had Preston and Hayden, you're fine. Lost Boys is on Tubi, been wanting to rewatch that. I'm always kind of surprised at like what things Tubi has on it. It feels kind of like what Hulu originally started off as. Though Hulu was always more TV focused, I think. Back in the beginning when it was free and had ads. Uh, 3858. Hey there, Smeg. Just welcome on back. How's it going? This is not... What am I doing? I just like Charmed to come back onto one of the ones I can watch it on. The original, not the new one. I don't know that I ever saw an episode of Charmed, honestly. Ooh, we actually have a good shot at finishing our focus column tonight. That's cool. That's cool. So then when they aired, they came out around the same time as Smallville and such. It's definitely a good era of TV. I don't think I had the channel that Charmed was on when it was airing, so I just missed it. That happened with a lot of shows for me in that time. I missed 22, 23 episode seasons. I'm glad that some shows are making it back to 18 now at least, but just leaves so much more time for character growth with filler episodes. Nice call, Jay. That's nodding. Never mind, Lost Boys. I don't know why I'm sitting crooked in my chair. No. Excuse me. Meow. And there's Jade moving on the tree to make ball swinger. Is there a breeze? I don't know. It could have been from me swinging my chair, or she could have moved a little bit. Did you move? No, she's sleeping pretty hard. I don't know. It could have been the breeze from me moving my chair. Maybe not. Who knows? Gonna get some 310 in tonight as well. Got a couple colors to go before that though. Salt truck is out. Did you get snow? Not yet, but it means it might come during the night. Oh. Pre-salting, I see. Seasoning the road. Any interesting Pokemon challenges this week? One is to attempt to catch, another is to catch with great balls. Snivy, but I'll have to fight. Oh, Wonder Trade? Just a bit different. So lost tonight. What the heck? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many stray stitches out here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Doing things simultaneously, not working out very well, and no, I'm not stitching. $87.90. Writing down things you need to do. Gotcha. Another thread, yes. Okay. Okay, colors in. Next. Three more colors left in this column. Nice. We're back into more effort for the next column. Now it actually does look like there's quite a bit of repeating symbols for a lot of it, so until we get back to the Ollie font anyway. Now we're getting really close to 61%. Alrighty. I got. Okay, colors in. One more color before we hit 310. I really do enjoy the way that all the bricks have stitched up in those pews. Draken! Hey, Crafty, how's it going? I chipped you. Trying to get myself together so I can get out a project. Gotcha. I think cats, there's more confetti to do on the book pages.
You do need another drink.
Felt like I just watched a drip fall, but I don't know where it went. Goodness. I suddenly have a tickle in my throat. Bricks are so detailed, I know, right? Was just saying, the bricks throughout this piece have been honestly one of my favorite elements. They all stitch out so nicely, like got all these pillar bricks. Two on both sides. They're not quite as detailed as the ones down here on the wall, but talk about Sam. Yeah, these bricks are stitched on nicely. It looks so real. Yeah. Like aside from the face aspects of a lot of the characters, most of the objects in this piece converted pretty well. The stitches, other than of course the weird color palette as well, but at least the color palette is cohesive, so it makes sense together. Alright. Actually, I want to get this one stitch of 351 in before I start on 310. So it doesn't get lost. And I still have a place to pin it. I have my cone for 2 projects that use so much of it. Gotta love the Cone of Doom. Have one as well, of course. Stitch that I totally would have ignored or missed because it's got a pin in it, so it's extra difficult to see that it's a gap. Alright. 3:10 time. Jay's favorite portion. Putting away my notes. Full focus activated. Okay. What is the pathing way? Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that. Okay. Made me laugh. Yeah. Kiddo didn't seem like super impressed by the bread that I made. Of course, he was like nearly leaving when I gave him a couple slices, so I didn't really get an opinion of it from him for the weekend. But today he came up to me, he was like, "You must make more bread." Of approval from the big gator. Yeah. Also got him a little like cookbook for young chefs or whatever. And it has a recipe for monkey bread from scratch. Which I've never made monkey bread from scratch, obviously, because I'm just finally diving into making bread doughs, but that recipe called for rapid rise yeast, I think, and we only have active dry yeast, which I'm sure can swap fine. It just needs a little modification, and I was working when he was looking at it, so because he was gonna make that. You've never heard of monkey bread? You might know it as something else. Monkey bread is typically just like pull apart biscuits. You can top it with different things. Cinnamon sugars, classic. That's the way that I've always done it. Usually I use like canned biscuits though, and like put them in a bundt pan. And then you pour over the brown sugar, cinnamon sugar mixture, whatever, and you bake it. And so it like caramelizes all these little tiny bread pieces together, and then you can pull it apart and just eat them. Eat them, eat them, eat them. So tasty. I've seen savory monkey bread recipes. I don't know. You can feel your arteries clog as you eat it. I just like cinnamon sugar. Sounds really good. Do it. Forgot to buy something when I went to the big store. Nah, I got so many other things that I want to make. That kiddo was gonna make that. We'll just have to figure out how to amend it for the yeast that we have. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's just you gotta give our yeast a few minutes to activate, and then it should be fine. Something similar to monkey bread that's amazing. We call it coffee bread. There's no coffee in it, but it's sweet and fluffy and soft. Nice. To eat with coffee, yeah. I saw a TikTok of somebody make a loaf of bread with Dr. Pepper today. And I was like, wow. Don't like coffee, like the bread. Is there a chimney on this house? Is that what I'm seeing? $2,500 calories for the whole half kilo. Oh, okay. That's what's going on here. I'm like, what is... Something seems wrong here. Because I was in the wrong spot. Perfect if you want to gain weight. Maybe. Would love 15 kilos more. Hey, nerd. Sleepyhead nerd. I'm feeling okay? Telling him, baby? Oh, JD, not with the lamp. I don't think so. I'm not sure. It might cause the auto exposure to go a little bit wonky, but I'm not sure. Chat says hi. Tell him, Lloydie.
贡献也汇率。
I don't know where she took the yellow snake last night. How far up do we have to go with this column? Oh, all the way. All the way back up to the Witch King. Bummer. Well, at least we finished one column tonight. Family said to tell them if I need something, sending brother to the store. Nice. Like is screaming at me. Ow. Angry. Of course, it's 2 a.m. So once you see it for a few hours, but the task is out. Oh. Ugh. There you go. Okay. Ooh, 300 stitches even. Okay. A single stitch, of course. don't know why this spot is like looking so bright on camera. It's drawing my attention. Little better. With the last second catch. There are 4 colors left in this portion of this column. Don't know if we're gonna make it through all of them and what time we have left. It'd be nice to, but they also go all over, so. Oh, please tell me this is gonna make it through these ones. Oh, I think it will. It'll be fine. This would have been so silly to have to leave like 3 stitches behind here. Red chicken, yeah. Perfect. Next. Well, I still think that this white balance makes the colors a little bit too red still, like especially in here. I did notice that at least like
This is definitely.
huh?
This is definitely.
No, but I did notice that you can actually see like this reads as purple under this balance. Whereas before it didn't. Same with the blues, you can actually like see that it's a blue.
That's so light.
Yeah. Wrong, blue is purple on camera. Oh, yeah, we finished this column fully. So column 21. Is complete. '22 is gonna take us a little longer because we've got to go all the way back up to the Witch King. And I'm not sure. Here's my line. Oh, we gotta go all the way to the top, actually. So. There are gaps the whole way. Column 21 was our last of the mostly finished columns, I guess. Hello? Can we not do that? Not? Just zapping through your channels. What are you doing? Never saw this before. Hey there, Lees. Welcome on in. I am cross-stitching. So this picture above me, I am basically paint by numbering it with thread. Are you a crafter of any sort, or just flipping through random Twitch stuff? Weasel. Time is it in your country? Here it's 2:30 a.m. Can't sleep because of medication, so I stopped here. It is currently 8:30 p.m. here. Yeah. Sorry that you're unable to get to sleep, but I'm glad you stopped in. More of us. Tune in for 5 minutes and start relaxing. Yeah, we like to generally be pretty chill around here most of the time. Where are you from, Lise? It's okay. I'll give you a pass. That one. Germany as well. Nice, nice. Attention's wandering. Oh no, we're losing Thea. Okay. Did you see that Lego video I posted the other day, Thea, in the video channel? What do you mean I have 2 stitches there that I didn't mark off? Cool beans. Good heckin' job, brain. Yeah, we'll binge it now. Did just go look. Don't follow the videos channel. Surgery on my left knee because of the medication. I fell asleep around 7 a.m. So many knee injuries lately. Yikes. I have notification. That's fine. Was just wondering. Okay, what's next? Oh, that's a different symbol, isn't it? Kinda creepy. So you hurt yourself. Indeed, you're a Patrick. The Lego's creepy or the same kind of injury creepy? I'm trying to keep up. Yeah. It's just close one, but not the same. Can you still give Amazon subs? Haven't been on Twitch like 2 years long. Yep, Prime sub is still a thing. They made it a little bit complicated. Like you have to like click on the sub and then it's like on the next little bit where you can check to use your Prime sub. It's not quite as obvious as it used to be. Tad hyper. My phone, if I remember correctly, I need to go. Twitch website won't work in the app, or did they fix it? Oh, that's a good question. I don't actually have the answer to that, fortunately. It should be there. Mine's gonna act different. Good now. My phone also works. Great. Full for good health insurance, yeah. Definitely nice. Or sounds like it's nice anyway. Is it about the evenings that irritates my lungs so much? Haven't coughed since getting up from nap, but now. No idea. That is strange. And because insurance pays for most essential doctor's visits while taking, I think, 19% of your income, paid half by employer and employee. You get decided which doctor to go to, not mandated by insurance. We're definitely not finishing this portion of the column tonight. But you know what? Not mad about the progress tonight. Pretty good. Priority when it's a work accident. Interesting. Are we summoning Germans? Gotta collect them all. But if you're like me and have a small company, private insurance are insanely expensive. That makes sense though, to incentivize to use like the universal healthcare. Not as big a pool for private insurance, so higher rates. Mm-mm. Commitment in a week. Brother has to wait 3 months. Not fair. I haven't gotten my life together to stitch on what I have, but bought a new pattern. You know what? That's fine. What'd you get? Super Mario Bros. Maps. Super easy one. Nice. Was that sarcastic? It is pretty blocky. I wonder how Supernatural Stitches is doing. They were the last one I knew that had been working on Super Mario Bros. Map. It was looking really cool too, and they were doing an interesting thing with it. I think all the... Can't remember if it was the land or the water that they were stitching with 3 or 4 strands versus 2 for the other, so that it had like more of a texture. Like one was actually kind of raised off the fabric a little bit higher. Gave it a really cool look. I say intermediate, but it's almost all blue. Not sarcastic or lazy, like, okay. It must have been the land that they were doing more strands with, so that it like popped off against the background. It's a cool idea. I was thinking of stitching on 28 count in between for my 25 and 32 count. And then it's an 18 by 18. Oh, that's not bad at all. I don't find, like I said, I don't find 25 and 28 too different from each other. I just prefer 25. Did I do that? I didn't do those 3. Did that one, and I did not do that one. Okay. Accurately record this here. 38.
I want to poop the snooze. I want it.
For one, some butt boop. Didn't have video games growing up, but I think it's the first one since mostly the Brown Islands, which might be original. Alright, last strand of the night. Even though I would also like to do the 3371 after this to finish off this portion. But since I have to get up early, I need to behave. Yeah, you can link away. Behave? What's that? Something I unfortunately do more often than not. It is a lot of blue. It's a different one, I think, than what Supernatural is stitching. Doing the maps are different. The shop owner has bundled with the other ones. Super Mario World from Super Nintendo, I liked it. And that's one. The water was the worst part. It's 996 3843 with a little 996. Honestly, with that much blue, unless you were really into the mind numbing black stitching of it all, you could like tent stitch the water. And full stitch the land. Or buy fabric in that color and skip stitching the water completely. Also optional. 995. Thinking about trying black to mimic the screen when it's off. Another thing I would caution about using the black fabric is that the blues might dull a bit more than you want them to. That's what I found when I tried to do black on the towers, original towers piece. The blues were just kind of like, I don't know, they weren't quite as strong as they should be. Two, three, one, two. Power blank color, yeah. Do I even have a picture somewhere? At this point. I have a small one. I don't know, honestly, if we made it much further than this. But, like, the blues, I don't remember what color they were. That's 939. There were, like, 6 different blues here, I think, at some point. The blues, they're just kind of, like, I don't know, washed out against the black fabric. Also, I use Taylor's chalk. Not Taylor. Taylor's, like, sewing tailoring. Taylor's chalk. To grid on the black fabric. And it worked pretty well. What color was that? No, not you. Yes. That's 3810 and 518, 931, 939, and 807. I not have another further along picture. Alright, it's probably somewhere around here. 8, 4, 5. 2, 3, 1, 5. Is that where we were? 228, 11. Then we went back to black stitches on that. And then back to Rivendell. I guess I didn't take a final picture of the 2800. Alright, so this was the last picture I took of it, I guess, and put up at 2300. But like, you can just see how the blue itself was just like not blue, and you couldn't see the difference between them. So it could have just been like these blues themselves too, but I really do think that the black fabric behind it played a big part in my unhappiness with the so yeah, I would just caution, if you want to do that, then to just like maybe do a test of your color on the black stitches, just to see how you feel about it before committing. Sure, if I go into the local shop, they'll give me their opinion. They have very strong opinions. I've heard that local stitch shops are local shops are like that. I wouldn't know, we don't have any. Oops. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I put it. Ugh, one too far over. The only crazy person buying huge grid of fabric, others just buying dyed or linen smaller pieces. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I counted from the wrong square the first time. That's better. You son of a gun. No. Get up here. Thank you.
You do need another drink.
Hydrate. Thanks. Oh my goodness. What is that? Stop it. I'm already over time, Thread. Quit working against me. I know, time is fine. frozen. Should shower, but too cold. But shower will be nice and warm. Then you won't want to get out of it. Are you? Making a little window here. We haven't done those yet. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what that brings our total to for tonight. This way, this one, and these two, of course. You know, I just had a feeling that that last stitch was gonna be the one to throw off my nice ending number. The overall wouldn't be nice either way, but 451 stitches tonight, bringing us up to 407,368 total stitches. Let's get that entered into our spreadsheet. 407,368. 451 stitches. Bringing our total for the month up to 5,930. I haven't stitched anything else this month, so that is only this project. My days of stitching during the day on Ghost Army have abruptly ended. Just haven't felt like stitching in the day. Okay. That is all for me tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you being here. I will be back Friday for more stitching goodness. Have a good rest of your week. And I will catch y'all next time. Good night.